We're going to back it right up.
Back it
to
right
the
up.
1700s. We're talking about the first Justin Bieber to ever go on tour, Mozart, and his sister, Nannerl. And
Take it serious. You are being mean.
I'm not mean. I'm just
What
saying.
the fuck was that? Your eye roll? Dude.
Because those
That was real
lyrics-
contempt.
Dude, she hit me right in the Nannerl. And I was like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
She's no longer a child. She's an unmarried woman. She needs a man to dick her down, make some kids, get your fingers off the keys.
Were you recently in a car accident? Call
sure.
for Sturt and Associates.
Oh, wait it. Check it, check.
Should I lower it a little bit to 5 because it's kind of
How
loud?
much? I mean, we're talking right now. We're doing the pod. I mean, just keep it at a.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
Say
is
a
like at a
dick's
kind of a. It's gonna be half a dick's length for me, Charles.
Whoa.
Otherwise, you won't be able to hear shit.
Damn.
A dick's length, you'll be in apartment 10D. Chicken dandy.
Our worker, my coworker, told me his dick size today.
Really?
Yeah, it's always weird when that happens. You ever have that?
I just want to make sure everything's recording. Tell me about your coworker's dick.
Nothing. We were just talking about. I don't remember dick, and we were just in the truck, dude. When you're in a moving truck, you're just talking about hot girls.
Yeah.
And we're not really solving the nation's problems in that truck. We were in the truck talking. They were just like, "Yeah, I'm a 6.5. I'm fine with it." I'm like,
All right. I mean, that's fine.
"It's fine, dude.
That's a good size.
It's fine. Good. Good." But it's just weird. I feel like it's a little weird when somebody like reveals the full.
That's a weird length to reveal, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's a length.
Are you lying? Are you lying to yourself?
No, it's like being very careful with how I choose my words here. That's a length that's almost big.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you
A
really
girl's not
trying
gonna
to
be
do
like,
here?
what? 6.5?
Right, but she'll be happy with a
Yeah.
6.5. So that's why I wonder. It's like, why would you share that? You'd share that if it's small or if it's ginormous.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm swinging 10.
Yeah.
You know? It's weird to do 6.5.
Yeah, I know. You're like,
Did he have a bad move? And he needed to just tell
He
somebody?
was, it was weird. He was getting a little emotional. It's so strange because like sometimes you'll be in a truck and it's mixed with weird conversations because you'll have like this guy like breaking down and being like, and I told her I'm a man with feelings and I feel, and then I'm in the middle seat and like this guy's pouring his heart out, and then the driver, we're all like listening. There's none of us that's like making fun of him. We're just like, yeah, man, like yeah, and then
That's nice.
But then you just be like, look at that ass, beep, beep. And he's like, anyway, so I can't objectify, and you're like, this is.
Yeah.
Just like roll the window down, sweet tits.
Anyway, my mom told me to not contact her ever again.
Yeah.
Do you think I should try?
Yeah.
Beep, beep. That's funny.
Beep, beep. Fat ass lady. It is funny, like a bunch of middle school kids will like honk. We won't catcall, we'll go beep beep, and then we'll all look at each other and go,
But it's weird though from her perspective. It's not scary when a middle school kid does it.
I
when
know.
when a
Three
truck
guys in a
full of
moving truck
guys,
are like, beep beep.
get her in here.
Do you see that glass where you can see more than just
Yeah.
You see more of a man in the moving truck.
Oh yeah.
Because it's got a longer windshield.
Ooh.
So you can be like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're sitting high.
yeah.
Yeah. You're like her eyes are like ball level with you. Well, Charles is dead. If you're listening to the audio version, Charles is repeatedly getting shot.
Anybody help me out here?
No, I mean he's taking it like a champ.
Yeah.
Not even screaming. Just taking it like a dude, you know?
Sometimes the Lord gets you.
Should we just, let's just intro the pod now. What's up, Charles? I like doing the most manufactured. How you been, bro?
Yo, yo, yo. It's the Wing
yo,
Boys.
yo.
It's the Wing Boys. Dude, I was on the train watching them. I thought it was so funny. Just like two dudes.
I never
up
watched them.
You didn't watch their
No,
videos?
I didn't watch the videos.
Man.
But they want me on the pod.
It's so funny. Hey, man.
The Wing Boys?
The Wing Boys.
Check out
It's
the Wing
wild you
Boys.
didn't watch it. On Instagram, it's like two like 14-year-old kids up in like
No way.
upper, like the, I don't
They're
know,
children?
somewhere upstate. They got to be like 15 or 16. Dude.
Really?
And they're like they're like bad-looking kids right now. And they're just like, they have a slogan and they're serious. They're like, yo, 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 it's the Wing Boys. We out here right now. We just went to, they don't prepare. They always check the logo. We just went to Lucky Louie's on 7th. Check them out. All right, we're going to eat a wing. We're going to review it. And then they take a wing and they cheers it and they go, and they just eat it. There's no Zoom or nothing. Wherever they put the camera is wherever you're seeing them from. How far away they are is how far away the video is.
Oh, there's no optic
There's
zoom.
no zoom.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about it like, okay, yeah.
There's no, you see their whole porch,
Mhm.
and they're just off in the corner, and they cheer and they go, and they just eat a wing and they go,
Their mom's cooking in the back.
yeah. They had their mom once, and she just like didn't know how to be on film. It's hilarious.
Sure, mom would have no idea.
There's one,
It's
and
like a
then
deer in headlights.
he always starts. He goes, yo, it's the Wing Boys. We're at the mall today. Paulie's here. It's like some 16-year-old who's going through a weird haircut phase.
Yeah.
Shaved sides and like a combed over bleached blonde.
Yeah, they're
and you're
trying
like,
something.
Sucks when you're that age when you're like trying to figure out your hair and stuff, and you're like,
Yeah. I didn't know. I had a bowl cut. I had the lettuce. We talked about
Yeah, we
that.
talked about that. But anyway,
Dude, it's so hot in
it's
here.
very
It's
hot.
so hot. I feel so bad because like we're doing a late night pod.
Yeah.
It's 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Last time we did this, didn't go great.
Yeah.
It was the Pride Ep that got recorded into a fan. Check the recording. Well, yeah, man. We're at
anyway.
the Roach Palace.
We came, dude. I don't know if you want to talk about that. I don't want to
I'm
make
fine.
fun of your home.
I don't
But it's
care.
covered in roaches. There's so many roaches.
Give him the
in
green
this
light. He
house.
goes 0 to 60.
I mean, if I had a nickel for every roach, I'd
Jeez,
suck.
what is this? A Bug's Life?
Yeah, I mean, what is going on, dude?
Yeah, I mean, I just got roaches in the pipes.
There's so many roaches in this house that Zach enjoys killing them. Say that.
I have started coping with my infestation by making a game of it. Yeah.
I mean,
People
I
in difficult
understand you're trying to
situations
make
adapt.
lemonade out of roaches here, but it's like.
It comes out pretty sweet. You should try.
I
You want
don't
to try a
know.
glass? You want
No,
a
I
glass?
don't want to hit one. A glass of
Roachade?
roach lemonade?
Yeah. The legs are swimming around. It's
yeah.
pulp.
Yeah.
It's pulpy. A little pulpy.
A couple of legs in there.
Yeah, and it's so hot. I don't have AC.
Yeah,
So
at least you're giving
Charles
them
came in. He's like, dude, I got to take these pants off. And I said, why are you waiting? And he goes, well, I need some shorts to put on. And I go, oh, damn it. Fine, you can put these shorts on. I was trying
Well,
to
then
get
you gave
Charles
me
in
your
a
church khaki shorts. I was like, saving these
I
for
gave
your
him
wedding,
my Sunday
buddy.
best.
Yeah, I know.
I gave him my Sunday best.
These still got the crease in them, and I got the sweatiest, hairiest ass on this east side of Brooklyn.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
gave
I
you
don't
a
want to.
tan hat with a blue ribbon
Also,
on
they were
it.
tan, and if I fucking sweat, it's gonna start showing.
Yeah.
And people who watch the video are gonna be like, "What's going on with this guy?"
Charles starts leaking at minute
Starts
23.
staining all those new
It's
khakis.
so hot.
You ever piss yourself in khakis? I've done it before. Have to hide the most obvious stain in the world. Woo!
I don't know. I always wash my hands and I get droplets on my khakis.
Yeah,
but
that's-
you've actively pissed your khakis? I did when I was a kid. I think I
did-
told that story on the pod when I was at recess, and I never liked going to the bathroom because I felt like it wasted so much time during recess. So one
Can't
time
waste this valuable slide time.
slide time. Well, this time I went under the slide to pee.
Yeah.
But the incline of the slide, have I told this before? Was steeper than I thought. So I'm bending over. I'm nearly 90 degrees with respect to my legs. I pee all over my torso. They ring the bell. Recess is over. I saved hardly any time. I go to the principal because they see I'm wet and smell like ammonia. I go to the principal. I walk to the principal's office covered in my own piss. Sit down.
Are you like crying?
Still in piss. No, I'm in shock. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe they caught me. I can't believe I didn't stop when I started peeing on myself. I can't believe I'm not dreaming. I was expecting the principal to turn into my dad and shoot us both or something, just like a crazy dream. But he was like, Zach, what were you thinking?
What were you
I was like,
thinking?
I just wanted more recess. This is really a story about how I got the kids to unionize for longer recess because all the other kids after that point said, you know what? If he's pissing himself, I'm pissing myself.
Nice,
And they
everybody.
pissed in solidarity. And I got about 60 kids shorts wet that day.
That's a nonviolent piss test.
Yeah, man, that's civil piss obedience.
Yeah.
Really stunk up the class that day. No, but that was super embarrassing. I don't even know what I did. I think, I don't even know if my mom came and gave me a change of clothes or what. But
They probably had like a big red shirt. The I piss myself.
yeah. Give him the Clifford. It has
Everybody
a
in
big.
school knows what it means. I pissed my torso.
It was also my shorts.
He must have pissed all over his torso. No, dude, they don't give you that shirt for anything. It's dragging. Someone has to hold his train like he's getting married.
It's
got a
so
flower
big.
girl and
It's
everything.
such a big shirt. Lane Bryant had to give it away. It was too big.
Rumored it was a fourth grader who had elephantitis and left it here years ago. He drowned in the pool on the roof. Yeah, there's one. Did you not know? He drowned in it.
Yeah. Talk about water for elephants.
The only thing,
You read that book? You ever read that book? Yeah, me neither. My mom did. You know about it though?
Yeah, Edward.
Yeah, pretty cool title.
The movie is the guy from the vampire movie.
Twilight? Robert
yeah,
Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson is in it.
He's good. He's Batman.
Yeah. He's packing?
He's Batman.
Oh, I thought you said he's packing. I was like, wow.
6.5. I ever tell you guys?
Ever say you guys I'm 6.5?
Should we say our size on 3?
1, 2.
No, I'm not doing it. It's too much for the public to
Then we
handle.
do a closing scene and go and fizzle into our Patreon.
All right, let's say our size on 3. Ready?
1.
I'm really going to do it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
4. Anyway, we got to get into the podcast
Well, hold on.
today.
There was one more other thing I wanted to say about catching up.
Okay.
Oh, dude. So I was
Catch
biking
me up.
home. I was biking home this week, and I've been really proud of myself. I'm trying to give myself credit for really laying back on the weed. Do you notice a difference?
Yeah, you suck. No, I don't. I noticed yet, but I just haven't seen you. Gabe would probably be able to tell a little bit more. It seems like you're getting a ton of work done.
I'm getting a lot of work done. Yeah, and I'm feeling better just mentally and stuff. And so I'm biking home. Oh, it was after the Tiny Cupboard set. I smoked. I biked home. I actually thought of a bunch of tags. So I'm like, look, man, if you're going to smoke, you got to listen to your set on your bike. And then that's going to just cause you to think of tags, which I did. And so every few minutes I was stopping to like record into the voice memo. So it probably took like twice as long. But going through Prospect Park and I'm stopping again to leave myself another voice note because you remember nothing when you're high.
Yep.
It's important to record
Yep.
the nonsense that's
Yep.
flowing out of you.
I agree.
And then I hear these kids laughing, and then I just hear right next to me a water bottle. Dasani water bottle has been thrown. Lands pretty close.
Wow.
Like slides up to me.
Wow.
I think this is how I handle the situation. I want to know how you would handle the situation. I'm on my bike. I'm shirtless. I'm a clear target. I have my helmet on, no shirt, talking on my phone, on a bike, stopped in the middle of Prospect Park. Hit that kid with a water bottle.
Yeah, hit that guy.
That guy's wearing
That's a perfect target, is what you just described.
Yeah, man. That's a red, white, concentric circle. Target. So they throw it at me, they miss. I don't say anything. I go into my fake phone call or whatever. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, they're throwing water bottles at me. I'm just going to get on going here. And, yep. So I get on my bike and I start riding. They throw another one that goes way wide, 10 feet away from me, 20 feet away from me. I know they're not going to hit me at this point. I turn around and go, you got to work on the aim. Like a classic dad.
Yeah.
Very.
That's what a guy in your
I actually
outfit
grew
would say.
2 kids that day.
You what?
I actually went home to my apartment and there were 2 fully grown children.
Wow, yeah.
Because I'm a dad now. And they started jumping up and down and shit. I was also like, am I
jumping
gonna?
up and down.
Well, you know, they were like, he said something. It was like 6, 17-year-olds.
He noticed us.
But I think that was a good move because I think I didn't want to say something right when they first threw the water bottle.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to embolden them when they're in range. I needed to get some distance before I made any kind of comeback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want the ringer coming out from the bushes with a boomerang like, yo, you're dead now, mate. And I'm like, fuck, he's Australian? He knows how to use this thing. Kunk through the helmet.
Yeah.
It's an armor-piercing boomerang.
You
Fuck. Hog tie me up, take me back to their lair. Do what to me? I don't know. I didn't want to find out. So I waited until they threw the second bottle, and I knew I was in the clear.
I
think that was a good strategy,
I think
right?
That's a good strategy for sure.
I'd really patted myself on the back for that.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? That was the perfect way to do it.
That was
This
cool.
is how
I said something to them.
You survive.
They're gonna remember it. I'm safe. That's what I realized. I've had some teens do some wild stuff in New York, in my area, and there's a number of teens that when they reach that number, they can kind of do anything.
Very true.
Kind of break any law around you.
Yep.
There were some teenagers that got on the subway
The
the
guard
other day.
to prisoner ratio gets
Yeah,
a little dangerous.
a little sketchy.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck.
They start talking to each other, planning, sharpening spoons.
chanting their own language.
Yep.
I was on the subway and like 6 teenagers came on. Looked like a bunch of like if Adam Hamada was 16.
Okay.
And they got in the train car and they grabbed a little loudspeaker and they kept flickering the lights and they were like, "Tonight we die. I hope your blood is worth losing." And I was like, "Oh my God, are we gonna die?" And then they came out and the train stopped. The train like broke and we like stood there for 20 minutes.
The train broke.
Train broke down.
You're like, is this part of their plan?
They killed 3 people,
Oh shit.
but nobody could do anything because there were 6 of them.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. This just isn't recording. Sorry to cut your story off. Started from when? What did they say?
They just came on the train and then they went into the train car and they grabbed the microphone and they were like, and they
Hold
were
on. What? There's a microphone in the train?
Yeah, I know, it's right. I didn't know.
Is there a sign up? Is there a list? How do I get on?
I think you got to know a guy.
I think you got to bum rush the A with
Yeah.
7 friends.
Yeah, it's 1 item minimum too. It sucks.
There is that weird. You gotta. What do you buy? The conductor comes around with stolen goods.
Yeah.
Anybody want to buy 3 loose batteries? Fully charged.
Found last night on the 7 Express to
He-
Forest Hills.
He comes by. He's like, I'll take 2.
Oh, that's his real voice. I didn't know that.
That would be a funny sketch.
If people who conduct trains all have this weird same voice disease, they sound like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, put those guys in the train.
It sounds like the dirt that goes around Linus.
Yeah,
it's just squiggles.
That's our solution to people with that problem. Yeah,
Uh.
you got an easy, instant job. It's like when you see certain people at grocery stores and you're like,
You're
yeah.
perfect for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be here forever.
You see him outside on a bench, just like putting a melon in nothing. I know what you need. This guy's a human claw machine. He just needs a machine. Let's plug him in. How's $8 a day sound?
You mean it? I do. I do.
No way. I've only ever seen a 5.
Do I get paid in Gatorade Zero?
Sure, kid. Okay. Yeah, let's get into the app. I guess we don't have any other things. I'll intro it. I feel like you've been introing it a lot.
Intro, baby.
Did I? No, actually, I introed the last one. Do you want to try it? Or do you
Sure.
want me to do it?
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I hope you're relaxing right now because we got a late night smooth pod coming
Hell
to
yeah.
you about I was trying to say, oh, there we go. None other than
None other than
Nannerl. Mozart. You'll find out who that is.
That sounds like a prescription drug.
Nannerl. Yeah, I'm on Nannerl.
Do you have heartworms? Take Nannerl.
It's like an antidepressant.
Have you acquired heartworms from eating your dog's ass? Well, with just 2 scoops of Nannerl, you can be worm free in up to 60 days.
Try Nannerl.
I know that sounds like a long time, but these worms are persistent.
It is a disgusting
It's a strange, it's a horrible
It's a
name.
horrible
I mean,
name.
she's from Austria. We're going to cover Mozart's sister, by the way. This is Welcome to the Pod.
Yep.
We cover the siblings of famous people. We did Pride last week. That was very fun.
It was our. Yeah,
It was
very-
trying.
Yes.
Not because we're homophobic, because it was difficult subject-wise to get through. Just because of my beliefs and who I think's going to heaven and hell. But mainly because we initially recorded it and then it fucked, and we don't need to.
There's a whole
We don't
thing.
need to live in the past.
We don't need to live in the past.
We're
We got an
gonna
episode.
zoom to the future and then back that right up to
What?
the 1700s.
Back that right up.
Back that right
We're
up.
gonna. This is what we're gonna do, guys. First,
All
we're
right.
gonna zoom to the future. Then, once we're there,
complex.
we're gonna back it right up.
Back it
to
right
the
up.
1700s. We're talking about the first Justin Bieber to ever go on tour, Mozart, and his sister Nannerl, and
Take it seriously. It sounds like a rodent that rips up your
Nannerl.
garden. I got Nannerls.
Fucking
No way.
Nannerls.
You're not even allowed to
hey,
exterminate them.
you
They're
want to come over
endangered.
today? Lisa's gonna bake her famous chocolate Nannerls. Her honey glazed Nannerls. Did you get a Nannerl-gram? Were there lumps in the Nannerl?
How was an Nannerl? I feel like it was a bit dry.
Dude, she hit me right in the Nannerl. And I was like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, boys?
It's everything.
Nannerl's like, you ever go to Philly and they say Jawn?
Drawn?
It's like the word they're proud of. Jawn. It's like their word
John. Oh, I have heard that.
for disgusting.
It is gross.
They think it's so fun.
John. It's even
John.
gross to spell.
We a hot John. I'm like,
What?
John is like person, place, or thing.
Ugh.
It's disgusting. They think it's so cool.
Nannerl's where it's at.
Nannerl is the new John.
Nannerl's the new John. Move
Nannerl-
over, John.
That thing is so Nannerl. But anyway, also when we talked about this, so there was, I think, a big reason for me why I liked learning about Mozart's sister is, first of all, she's a prodigy.
Yeah.
With another prodigy, this dad's doing some cool stuff.
He's got he's got a gold mine in that
Holy
sack.
hell.
Yeah.
But I think
He really is.
yeah.
The dad was a dedicated teacher.
dedicated teacher.
He was a violin. He was a musical instructor. So these kids were reared in, and I'm not talking about in the ancient Greek sense. These kids were classically trained in music and had a knack for it.
Yeah.
So immediately, and I mean, it's got to be half them, but it's also got to be like their dad
The
really,
dad had to, yes.
really pulled it out.
Yes,
Of him.
the dad definitely knew how to
He's
do
got
it.
the,
Very interesting.
The Midas touch. Yeah, she was a prodigy. Her dad, Leopold, just to back up, she was born in, just to back right up.
Just to back right up to
We're
the
not going to.
past.
I can't stop looking at Usher in sunglasses.
He's in like double sunglasses.
He's in a welder's mask right now. Sorry, John. No, turn
He's
it
in
off.
a BDSM outfit right now. His tiny desk.
Oh wow, he's
Tell
got
me
a
he's not
double
being
choker.
Fucking. That's a guy.
Sorry,
who's
sorry,
fucked a lot of-
Nannerl. You've been on the sidelines. You can be on there for a little longer.
Yeah, this
We
guy's
got to talk Ush.
fucked a lot of women.
Is that what that means?
I think so.
He's wearing like 6 dog collars. I mean, it
They
looks like
all
he
are.
needs that to breathe. You know, that's like a Darth Vader apparatus.
He's in an iron
Look
lung
up Usher's Tiny Desk concert and tell me that he doesn't need that to sustain life.
to hit those notes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's installed auto-tune in his throat. It looks like a bunch of pipes are plugged in every night like Mewtwo. He sleeps in a tank full of, I don't know what. Probably
You too. Usher. Plug it right in. Okay. All I know is the song, Yeah. Do you remember when you found out the song? We need to get it in the podcast. But do you ever remember finding out the metaphor in the song, Yeah? That Lil Jon says about coming in a girl's face?
What?
Where they're like, bend her over and I'll milk the cow.
No, I missed that one.
Someone told me that when I was like 18 and I was like, what? I was like, milk the cow. What else could that mean?
He's a
getting-
farmhand. Little Farmer John.
Little Farmer John. E-I-E-I-O.
Getting into Nannerl. Well, let me ask, what do you know about Mozart? You know any of his work?
No, not really.
You ever listen to it? It's pretty good.
No, I've listened to some Mozart because I have listened to Mozart.
Just Zach's hot take. Mozart's
In the womb.
Good. Yeah. Well, it clearly didn't
I
take.
turned out great.
Yeah. Nice. But I think his mom played corn in the womb. Boom, chaka, boom, da, boom,
Yeah.
da, 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 boom, da, da, da. Wait! I'm going into labor. Just wait!
Your friend comes over to your house, checks in on your wife in the room. There's headphones on the womb. You're like, oh, what are you listening to? And she's like, oh, do you want to take a listen? Sure. System of a Down.
Which
So-
songs are you singing?
I don't know. I just know his speech pattern is like,
Oh, okay.
wake
up. You don't know the words to that song?
You want to do? I know that part.
Charles only exported the second audio track. He missed the main parts.
Cinema.
You wanted to.
Yeah. What are the words?
Wake up. Why don't you just put a little makeup? Why'd you leave your keys up on the table? I can't say it, but here you go creating another fable. You wanted to. All right.
Dude.
See? I had the first 3.
No, it's good.
You
It's
are
just
being
like,
mean.
I'm not mean. I'm just
What
saying.
the fuck was that? Your eye roll? Dude.
Because those
That was
lyrics,
real contempt.
Those lyrics are hilarious. But
Okay.
They just don't make sense. But he gets to say them fast.
I feel like you're criticizing me.
No, I'm criticizing the. Wake up. Why don't you put on a little makeup? Why'd you leave your keys
Up on the table. Here you go creating another fable. Something about a shake up. You wanted to. There we go.
That part's fun.
That is fun.
Okay, let's get into Anna.
Nannerl. Can't get past the name. It's just
Her
so
nickname
funny.
is Nannerl. Just
I'm
so you
gonna
know.
scroll to the part where I actually talk about her. So she was born in Salzburg in modern day Austria, but it was then the Holy Roman Empire.
Okay.
It was waning. It used to be huge. It used to span from like Finland to like the tip of Italy, encompassing France even. So like that whole region of Europe was the Holy Roman Empire, but that was like in the thousands. So now it's just like Austria, Germany. So she's born in Salzburg. You ever been to Austria?
No, have you?
I haven't either,
No.
but it seems nice. 4 years older than Wolfgang. She's the oldest of 7, Nannerl, 5 of whom died.
Jeez.
So it's her and Wolfgang.
that could have been 7 prodigies. That's like if all the Jackson
maybe-
5 died.
Well, how do you think they got so special?
Maybe. Just hear me out.
Maybe.
Dude, I'm just saying this is possible.
Yeah.
Maybe the dad kills the ones that aren't prodigies.
That's what I was. Oh, actually, I was going to say he cuts open their hearts, feeds them to the strongest.
That's what happens. Yeah, he sees the strongest ones.
Yes.
Kills the ones that aren't going to be musically
He
inclined.
puts every child at 1 year old on the harpsichord.
Yep.
Sees what they do, throws them off a cliff accordingly.
Says play ode to joy.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they don't make it, they become food for the Smarties.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the dad probably killed 5 kids.
That is what we're saying. Leopold Mozart was a great teacher and taught. Jesus Christ, these fireworks taught Wolfgang and Nannerl. At 7, Nannerl started learning the harpsichord. Do you know what a harpsichord is?
Yeah, it's the harp. Right?
No,
Okay, what is
you
it?
do not know what a harpsichord
Fuck.
is. It's a combination of a piano and a guitar.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
It's very expensive. It's smaller than a piano. It's usually ornate. Like if you put a shrink rate to it, you could definitely see it as like a fun little desk piece. You know, just like a fun thing to put on your dresser.
I know what you're talking about.
So it's smaller than a piano, but you know how a piano has strings that technically it's a percussion instrument because a hammer hits the string and vibrates the
Yeah.
string. So pianos have hammers. Harpsichords have picks.
Yeah.
So it plucks the string. And it's very. Did you ever play RuneScape? I don't think you did.
No, my sister did.
Do you know what the music sounds like?
Kind of, yes.
It's very. I want to play a harpsichord. It's like a foofy piano.
okay.
It's like a froofy Renaissance era.
Yeah.
So it's a very like whimsical,
Yeah.
harpy piano. They're small. I think they had like small versions of pianos back then because she played the harpsichord and the piano forte was just like a mini piano. Where's my notes? At 13 years old, she toured with a 9-year-old Wolfgang on an 18-month concert run throughout Europe.
Crazy.
So Leopold coached these kids up to the extent that they were playing in front of royalty, in front of kings, counts. What's up?
So when they're on tour, a lot of people say that Nannerl is the better performer. There's a lot of notes and letters written about her. Even the dad, I think, said like, my daughter plays at the greatest of ease.
I got some
the
quotes.
The most difficult. Is that it?
I got some quotes. My little girl plays the most difficult works we have, with incredible precision and so excellently. What it all amounts to is this, that my little girl, although she is only 12 years old, is one of the most skillful players in Europe. Pretty sick. And
Pretty
Karl
awesome.
von Zinzendorf,
Famously.
love a good Zinzi.
Gotta love a good
Yeah, pour me
Zinzendorf.
some Zinzendorf because I'm feeling frisky. The little child from Salzburg and his sister played the harpsichord. The poor little fellow plays marvelously. He's a child of spirit, lively and charming, talking about Wolfgang. His sister's playing is masterly, and he applauded her.
It's amazing.
Wolfgang looked up to her. She's like the LeBron
Yes.
of the harpsichord.
Yeah.
She's so good. She's a master at 13, touring Europe in front of royalty.
Which is why, so.
Nobody knows about this woman.
Yes.
I'd never even heard of a sister, let alone a fellow prodigy
It's kinda
who's
like
as good as Mozart.
Like
He's one
a
of the best in the world.
young Beyonce or young Adele. And being like, how does nobody, nobody remembers.
It's like if Solange was worth a damn. Boom!
Whoa!
Boom! Boom! Who's lighting off fireworks now? Go ahead. On to you.
This is what
It's you now.
I'm fresh out of tags, boys. That was the best one for that riff. And
We got to move on to history. Sometimes you just got to move on to history.
Sometimes you just got to zoom it on back
Hey,
to a little bit of
you
history.
don't zoom it on back. You back it on up.
Back it on up to a little bit of history.
Yeah.
Welcome to a little bit of history with Zach and Chuck, brought to you by C&Z's Organic Honey. It's our own.
I don't like bees.
You don't like bees?
Do you like bees?
No, I hate bees.
I mean, they're valuable. They're important.
We need them, I guess.
We have to save them.
People want to save.
I'm fostering a bee.
I've only been stung once.
Really? By the
Ye-
bee I fostered? You killed him, that means. Because he died. His stinger. Show me your ass. He loves the ass.
The bees?
Oh, yeah.
He,
love an ass.
I stepped on a bee that was taking a nap, I think.
Oh.
I know. I think I stepped because I stepped
That makes
on.
me pretty sad.
I stepped on it and I felt like a prick. I thought it was like a rose thorn. And then I get up and there's a thorn in my foot and a bee going, "Oh fuck!" And then, so I think he fell asleep face down, ass
Oh,
up,
Damn.
face down, stinger up, and I just happened to take a step on his ass, and then he woke up going, "Oh shit!"
I got to get out of here.
Well, I freaked out because I had never.
They
been
die when the
stung.
stinger comes out.
Oh, I kept him on my foot. I
Oh,
hopped.
good for you.
I was outside and I hopped over to a. I'd never been stung before, so I was like in panic mode, and it was weird to see.
Oh. Am I allergic?
Yeah,
Were
exactly.
you worried you were gonna die?
Yes.
Really?
And then I
So
ran over to
Italian
like a
of you.
little wall in my backyard and I scraped him to death.
Oh,
And then I just was. Nobody was home, so I was just like. You're doing all the things that you're like, is my throat closing?
Was there fentanyl in that bee? Did somebody get that bee tested?
Did that bee have AIDS? You have HIV.
Print it.
B for buzz.
So,
Okay, so
no,
what I was
hold on. I
gonna-
haven't seen if I got any other bee things.
I'm trying to think.
Susan
of,
B killed me. No. Cut it. Cut it there.
Yeah.
I got us out of the moment. I tried to move on too quickly.
Okay.
We got to marinate in the
Yeah,
riff.
we
I'm
gotta
sorry. That
marinate
was
in the
on me.
bee.
That was on me. I
So
put it
you
in the
don't
oven
like-
too soon.
How many times have you been stung?
I haven't been stung that often, but it is kind of scary because, yeah, I don't know. It hurts like a bitch.
It's strange though. To me, it freaks me out that some bug was like die. I'm like, damn, dude. That bug was
Yeah.
like, fuck you so much.
Fuck
I'm gonna
this guy.
kill myself.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That'd be like if I wanted to slightly annoy you, I throw a toaster in my bathtub, and then it like static shocks you. It electrocutes
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And you're like, what was that?
No matter what, you die. I'm like,
Right.
Zach.
He doesn't even know it was me. Must have been a ghost.
You know what
Now I am.
did you ever? Never mind. I was gonna tell a ghost story, but we should keep talking.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
we
is
can
my point.
Follow
about,
the Patreon if you want any ghost content.
Yeah, if you want any ghost
I'm
content.
trying to fucking pump you pieces of shit for all the $250 a month you're worth.
Please do it. It's $250.
It's $250. As I was recording the last episode, trying to get people to listen to the Patreon, I was like, $250 for just $250. $250 a month. It's a month.
Nothing.
We're making so little money. The least you could do is contribute to it. It's so low.
You won't even notice.
You won't even notice.
$250. It's on your couch right now, guys.
10 quarters. I've done the math. It's 10 quarters.
How many nickels is it?
I know you're checking at your calculators. You better keep your eyes on the road. It's 10 quarters.
Keep your eyes on the road. It's 10 quarters.
This is drive time. We're talking Nannerl.
I don't know if you want to get into this now, but it was written
Tell me.
that at some point they go on tour. They go to like, what was it, 18 months you said? They go
18
to like
months.
fucking 90 countries. They're on the
Yep.
road. They're very
13
young.
to 14 and a half. They're
The
on
dad's
tour.
with them. And I think the mom is with them at some point,
Yep.
right? And then at some point, Wolfie surpasses
I never
Nannerl.
read this.
At some point, this is what they say that they do. You're
Charles hates
fucking all
women.
Nannerl right now.
Guess Charles hates women.
I'm gonna come back to let you know why Nannerl is the reason that I think he progressed. Okay. Didn't want to give it away, but you're being a little too. You kind of won't let me. I'm gonna say, quote Jordan Sparks. How am I supposed to breathe with no air? You're not giving me any air. Tell
put
me
the
how am I
mic
supposed to
down,
breathe with no
But
air.
now I have to pick it up
You
to
know that
address
song?
the Jordan Sparks
Let's
shade.
sing it together. 1, 2, 3.
Tell
Tell me how am I supposed to breathe with no air?
air.
Air. How do you expect me?
Certainly can't sing with no
No,
air.
she's from Arizona.
Very cool. Glad I know that now.
So at some point during the tour, it was written about that Wolfie surpassed Nannerl in skill. I also heard that Wolfie was a better composer and that Nannerl did not want to be a composer.
Okay.
This chick just likes playing music. She don't want to make the music.
She likes hitting them keys.
Yeah, she likes hitting the keys. She likes jamming out. But I think that Wolfie became a better composer because just like many of our topics on Overshadowed, the sibling jettisons them to greatness because the Leopold started
Interesting use of jettison.
Right.
I think that's
slingshot. If you want to go Ricky Bobby
I'll
on me,
take a
kid.
sling. Yeah. Jettison. I feel like jettison's like when a escape pod shoots off of an aircraft when it's about to blow up.
Okay.
You know, I guess that works.
Yeah.
Slingshot, jettison. Hey, take me there.
Leapfrog.
Lead the way, man.
But when so because the Nannerl was able to play, I think she got taught the harpsichord at 8 or 6. Something between 6 and 8.
7, actually. So
was it 7?
Split the diff. Yeah. Let's restart the pod. Charles got the
Fuck.
age wrong.
You guys just want to listen to Usher's Tiny Desk? Since Nannerl was taught around like 7 to play the harpsichord and was very good at it, Leopold started with Wolfie at like 3. But now
right.
it's his brain is more malleable then.
Yeah.
But I think it was
Squishy little brain.
he was able to get better because
Nannerl's got a
he's being-
gumball.
What'd you say?
Nannerl's got like a jawbreaker at this
Exactly.
point. Yeah.
They're both learning from the dad, but Nannerl has the experience and can relay this information in a more understandable way to a younger kid. So she's teaching him what she already knows, and also the middleman as far as like he means this, just do it like this.
Yeah.
He had like 2 teachers,
Okay, I buy that.
and then he was able to progress that much
That's
better.
a slingshot if I've ever heard
That's
it.
a slingshot,
I
and a lot
mean,
of people
the
don't
dad
think
is the wood, Nannerl's the rubber, and Wolfgang's that little marble that you're
Yep.
shooting at your teacher.
Yep, that flaming arrow that you send across the
Flaming
city.
arrow with a slingshot.
He's gay, right? Bloatsart is what they call them.
Nope, I'm just questioning your use of an arrow in a slingshot.
I just picture it as like a war cry, like the whew. and
Oh,
you see it,
Mulan,
like-
yeah. Starts the avalanche.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick scene.
But I think I read
Stop
that.
the pod right now. Go watch that scene. Come back.
Please.
Wasn't that sick? Continue.
I think that's true. I read articles that beg to differ that Nannerl had no effect on
The
her
articles beg you?
to differ. They wrote
Charles, please.
I beg of you. I
you
beg
to
of you to differ. Anything.
What do they beg you to differ
They
with?
say that she had no impact on him.
Yeah, there is.
He would've been
it
just as
happens
great.
when people are this famous, like Mozart, who's like one of the. He's like a constellation in the sky of composers. He's like one of the big ones.
Yeah, he's on the Rushmore.
Beethoven. He's on the Rushmore, I would say, at least of the Romantic period, like Beethoven, Mozart. They were contemporaries. Mozart was like 30 when Beethoven was a teen.
I wonder if it was sick. I wonder if it was like seeing Steve Aoki back then. I wonder if it was like that level of coolness.
He was creating a new genre because I took this music class in college. It was very cool. It was like harder than a lot of people wanted it to be. They're like, I'm taking a fucking music class. I thought this was going to be easy. And it was music history. So we learned everything from Gregorian chant to jazz, like Bitches Brew
Wow.
by the trumpet player Miles Davis. And in the middle, of course, we did all like Beethoven's sonatas. We learned about all this shit. And right after the Baroque period, which is kind of like what I played you, the harpsichord, it's kind of emotionless. It's just like background carnival noise. You know what I mean? It's like literally a Renaissance fair soundtrack.
Weird. I wonder where that happened.
But then romance is the romantic period is like Mozart, Nannerl, Beethoven, where it's like da 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 da. It makes you feel something.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh fuck, we're going on a ride, baby.
Let's go and watch this live.
You're hopping on the Willy Wonka boat.
The only connection that I really have to classical music is when I had my grandpa's car at one point, and there was a classical music CD that was stuck in it, so I always was.
Sometimes you'll be fidgeting with the radio and you come upon a classical and you just keep it and you're like, look at me.
Yep.
Wow. Pretty smart, I guess.
Pretty smart guy. May as well drive with the windows down so everybody can see how smart I am.
You really do pat yourself on the back for being so sophisticated.
Did you ever do this?
For surfing the channels and just deciding to stay.
Maybe I'll play with this a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just because I don't want to listen to bachata.
Yeah.
Let me get some flutes and strings in the mix.
So really quick, what do you think? Does she have an impact?
Oh, yeah. So, okay. In terms of being a child, I don't know. I think that's very plausible. That if Leopold's teaching her and him, she's also going to like help him out and like be like a buddy to him. Because they did have a good relationship. But what I was saying is when people get this famous and when it's this far in the past, the 1700s, there's like differing accounts because all that we have to go off of is letters. You know, it's letters between the families, which is crazy that people keep.
Yep.
I delete my deleted items.
I know,
in my
it's
email.
so
You know what I mean? Texts would be the equivalent
probably
now.
their equivalent of text.
Of text where
Check
like
the
they look back at the
text.
text between me and my mom.
It says you read it.
But it's funny, they would think like there's we'll get into this, but there's the letters that Leopold ends up sending Mozart. This is probably going to be on the Patreon, FYI. But the letters that Leopold sends to Mozart when Mozart's courting this woman who's not nobility, it sounds like he's a degenerate dropout.
Wow.
Who's like a fuck up. Who's like Jesse Pinkman. He's ruined his life. He had such a good thing. And he's like, what are you doing marrying this musician's daughter?
Wow.
But Mozart was like a genius composer touring the country.
He doesn't need.
But if you just go off the letters and not his achievements, you think this guy's a fucking douchebag. So
Did he
it's
ever
weird that all you
respond?
have is people's letters sometimes. I love going. I mean, it's difficult to do this in museums because there's so many other things to look at. But it is interesting to read the letters of what people were actually writing. I do
Yeah.
love those letters.
Yeah.
Like the primary documents of like how these real people felt hundreds of years ago. And we'll get into this, but Mozart loved poop jokes. I have some letters I'll read you later. They're insane. It's truly crazy how much
Whoa.
shit is in these letters. There's a total of 39 passages in letters he's written that include a substantial amount of poop.
Huh.
It's weird.
That's very strange.
But it's also kind of in the German zeitgeist at the time. Zeitgeist, I think, is German. Yeah, poop jokes.
That's hilarious.
We'll get into that. But do I think that Nannerl contributed to Wolfgang's success? There's a guy who analyzed Wolfgang's work, and so many of them are written under Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, but some of them are written under Amadeus Wolfgang Mozart, and they're a little different. And he thinks that Nannerl composed those and gave them to Wolfgang as a vehicle for having them played.
Yeah.
Because the problem is that after Nannerl, and her brother went on this amazing tour, she's this child prodigy getting so much acclaim. She's so skilled. She turns 18. She can no longer tour.
Yeah.
Because of the propriety of the times. It's not proper for a woman. She's no longer a child. She's an unmarried woman. She needs a man to dick her down, make some kids, get your fingers off the keys.
And into
It's
it.
time to get some cum, darling. You know, you got to put a ring on it, get some load shot up in you. That's what life was. It sucked. She's a fucking, she's
a genius.
equal to Mozart.
Yeah.
Let's say at least equal to Wolfgang and was just sidelined.
But I read she kind of liked it.
Really?
I read that she was cool with being.
Of course he would. Charles always giving the toxic
No,
male
so you
perspective.
didn't read her letters? Or
I heard
said-
she liked it in the kitchen making Sammys for Mozi.
She said it was kind of like, I don't know, a cold cut piano out there. She was making masterpiece.
Don't know what that means.
Making a sandwich is like,
Oh, yeah.
it's
She's
like playing the cold cut piano.
the hamsichord. Can I have a ham and cheese sichord, babe? And a beer?
Could I have a symphony number 5, no mustard? Yeah, and I'd like it toasted, please.
Can I have a requiem for a turkey on brie? Thank you.
Turkey on.
Yeah, it's 2 pieces of brie and there's turkey in betwixt. What's wrong with that? I know it's a soft cheese. You got to eat it quick. It's like an ice cream cone. It melts all over your trousers. Now you got all these.
Now you gotta wear that red shirt.
No, it's not on your torso. You got to wear the blue pants.
Whoa.
And they're big.
The cheese pants.
They're bigger.
Those are big.
They're bigger, dude. If you
Did
jumped
you
out of
have
a,
it as
let
Zach?
me just put it this way: if you jumped out of a plane with these pants, you might survive.
Wow.
Yeah, taped them to your ankles, they'll blow up like balloons,
You'll float down like a piece of paper.
like a plastic bag. What were we talking about?
So she is now legal age to be married.
Oh yeah,
But I
she's an
read that
unmarried
she liked
woman.
it.
Oh, you read that she
Well,
liked.
I think it was just of the times. I
Well,
read that
she liked. Okay, are you saying that she liked not being on tour? Because that's very valid to like being at home.
Yeah.
You're a homebody. Did you read that she's a homebody?
No, I didn't read that she was a homebody. I
Okay.
just read that I think she was fine with like understanding it, and then she would write letters to.
It was of the time. It was what you did.
Yeah.
I think what probably happened was
It's
Leopold.
kind of like softball. Like, yeah, you can play till college.
Yeah, but you're
But-
really gonna be a fucking professional
Come
softball
on.
player.
What kind of pitch is that?
Their underhand pitch is strange.
My sister played for years.
Really?
Yeah.
How many?
Been to so many games.
Really?
Yeah.
She come back smelling like trout.
They always gave away Subarus at the end.
That's fun. Participation Subaru. Great game, girls. Here are the keys.
Beep,
These 7 stars represent my chakras. It's wood paneled for the earth.
Subarus.
Subaru. Sorry. I ate something I'm allergic to. My tongue's swelling up.
Subarus.
Let me get my EpiPen.
For the girl who you don't know you are yet.
For the woman you're about to become. Subaru.
Subaru. Hey, yeah, there's a razor with a 0 attached to it. Yeah, it's for when you shave your head.
It's in the glove compartment.
Yeah. There's also, okay. Enough.
Oh, an Alanis Morissette CD stuck in the car.
It's like I'm gay.
Is that Alanis
And
Morissette?
I don't know yet. I don't know if is that Alanis Morissette?
I thought she was Rumors. One of the greatest albums of all time.
Oh, was that Alanis Morissette? I
I
thought
know.
that was Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac. You're right. You're right.
Bob's Burgers character when he
Yeah.
did that.
I
Just
don't know, Bob.
gave you so many-
I don't know, Bob. Seems pretty cool to me.
You got to get out of here. I can't do Bob as well.
Yeah, I can't do. Hey Teddy, hey Teddy. He's always a little stuffy.
Yeah?
Tina.
Tina!
That was good. Tina.
Hey, Bob, don't ride her so hard.
Hey Bob.
You really ride her hard.
All right. So we're talking about how Nannerl understood her place given the time that she was born in. I think that Leopold maybe set the expectation that was like, look, you're a kid and this is fun, but you got to
Yeah.
pack up the water slide, hun.
Yeah.
You need to
You
marry a
had
man.
fun. You did a little tour, but now you
Yeah.
got to marry up. You got to make me secure.
And it's totally valid that she could have lived a fulfilling life because she knew that was the bounds of society. It was weird though. It was apparently the only people who could play music, like aside from men, the only women who could play music were women of nobility. And it was thought that if you made for nothing, you like after dinner, after the tea and crumpets had been set out, you wheel out your wife who's been practicing for years. She's a literal master of the piano.
Isn't
to
that
just
cool?
Bang out a little ditty.
Yeah.
And then the
Then you
men
just
go
wheel the
talk
piano
about
back into the
the men
basement.
go talk about how they're going to divide up India in the drawing room.
Thanks, babe. That was very great. You're the best in the world. Anyway, can you do the dishes tonight? I'm gonna
Yeah.
go talk to the boys.
Can you pack it up and get the fuck out of here? It's men time.
It's man time, babe. It's Nannerl time.
So, wait, I had one more thing. Hold on. Women who did charge money for their music were thought of as prostitutes. Isn't that crazy?
Why?
Because they were like, what are you doing out here making money for yourself? I don't know. It's like, what are you doing out here making money for yourself? You're supposed to be you're supposed to be trying to find yourself a family unit here and,
You're just
finding
out
a
here,
companion.
yeah, plucking the harpsichord. You
You're
slut.
born to get married and have kids and, make more Wolfgangs
Yeah, they're more of a tool.
and little girls to stay
yes.
at home. Yeah. They're little bun ovens.
Yeah.
But, which sucks. And it's kind of funny because, like, reading about this, You know, I know we're not always, but it's just the case that like women get booked more because you need women on lineups.
Yeah, you do.
can't have an all guy lineup.
Yeah.
The audiences are not all guys.
You can have an all-woman lineup, though.
You can have.
It's called PU. What stinks every Wednesday.
It's called a scrimmage. But
yeah, who's taking a?
But you read about this, and it's like thousands of years of this. So you're like, yeah, maybe give them 100 years. We'll go back. Oh, we'll go back. 2101. It's back to Nannerl, baby. So she started teaching with Leopold. So she helped her dad teach. She helped him get a lot of acclaim in teaching, because I assume she was. Because she was way more than just a teacher's assistant. She was like a master composer.
Yeah.
Who could help these kids. She was like an extension of Leopold. And she also stuck with the piano. I mean, she she played it like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, she
which
definitely.
was good to hear. I was
very
happy
cool.
to hear
It was very cool to be like, oh, you're practicing.
Dinner's ready? All right. During the 1770s and 1780s, she wasn't allowed to go anywhere. She stayed in Salzburg, Germany. She was kind of supposed to just stay here and figure out who her husband's going to be.
Yeah.
She had some weird little fling with this guy who was never really mentioned again. And then she ended up marrying a magistrate, which is basically like a government employee. His name was, his full name, Johann Baptist Franz von Berchtold zu Sonnenberg.
I'm glad that we only have 3 names
Me
nowadays.
too.
That's too many names.
The further back you go in history, especially really in the meat of the white 16 and 1700s,
They love
you got
names.
6 names.
Why do they have so many names?
It's a
You
Latinx
know what it
number
is?
of names.
They maybe do they want to
Santa
just
Maria de Pedro.
7 numbers to a license plate, buddy. Keep it moving. How am I gonna write my thank you cards when you take up the whole front with your name?
Have a good summer. Move on, okay? Leave some yearbook for the rest
Dear
of us.
Jean van Clad van Biestersten of Holmenstein III van Storpenstein, I've been thinking about you. It's like
Flip the page.
I'm out of ink,
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah.
Ink's $7 right now.
I got to quill
Thanks,
another ink bird.
Russia. I don't know. It's just too many names. I'm glad we only have 3. I honestly, my middle name never comes in handy.
No, never gets you out of a jam.
Never got me out of a jam.
No one's ever like, I'll shoot you in the head unless your middle name starts with an A.
And I'm like, actually.
Thank God. It's actually Alex. Here's my license. All right. I guess you're free to go. So she married a boring government employee. A magistrate is just like a guy of the he's got a 9 to 5, good benefits, tallying the peasant bodies. How many dead do we have? Do we have enough leeches for the town? You know what I mean? He's doing the clerical work.
He's like a bureaucrat, sounds like.
He's a bureaucrat. He's sorting. He's disposing of the poor who have died.
Whew.
You know, the dead. No, he's not really. But the dead Mozarts, the 5 that couldn't be. He probably dealt
he's
with
got to
them.
go hire somebody to take.
So he's just
He's
like
got to go on Fiverr and find somebody.
But apparently Leopold was happy with this guy. I guess if you're in the government, it's like cool back then. If you're a government employee now, people are like, oh, you must have a good job. But no one's like, that's so good.
Yeah. Oh, I moved. You know who was at the coffee table at the coffee shop that we moved to today was De Blasio.
Really?
Yeah. He was having coffee right next
Coffee
to
shop that you moved. Oh, okay.
We parked the truck next to a coffee shop, and he was like, "You guys are working hard."
Really? He talked to you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Then we threw
cool.
blood on him. Can of blood.
Nice. He's wearing fur.
Yeah.
Hot day.
Yeah.
Hot day to wear fur.
No, he was out there, and yeah.
You're really trying to cool him down.
My coworker goes, "Hey, buddy, can you watch the truck?" And he goes,
No. Proletariat bitch. So she marries this guy, Johann, who has, this is his track record, Johann's track record, 2 dead wives, 5 living kids. That's a red flag. What are you doing?
He's got a good job, baby. No, he's got a good job.
Swipe left on the dead wives and kids.
That's already. That's like an instant you made it.
I
You
don't want
even
him
have
going
to
for
have
a
any more
turkey.
kids.
He's killing me. You know what I mean? How'd these wives die? That's all I want to know.
Look, a lot of people dying back then.
So many people
Maybe they weren't
died.
prodigies.
Maybe.
They were late term, not prodigies. They had to go.
Yeah.
I think that's good because then you don't have to pop out a bunch of kids.
She had 2 kids with him, but you're right. She didn't have a big family. And Leopold actually, her dad, helped her raise some of the kids, in part because, late night up. She was having to,
Commute.
no, she was having to raise these kids that weren't hers.
Oh,
She was having to
okay.
raise these stepkids. So Leopold's pitching in. You know, she's helping out with the teaching. He's helping out with the rearing.
He's gotta like it. I think he wanted to
He
be
loves
like,
it. I
you
think
want to be
that's
like, how much
Leopold's-
you want to bet I can make this kid a genius?
That's Leopold's gift.
Yeah.
Is inspiring genius. He's got this like Midas kid touch. You know, he touches a kid, turns him into a prodigy, or kills him, feeds him to the prodigies.
Yeah.
That's what Leopold does. That's the Leopold method.
What we're gonna do here is we put all our prodigies on a strict diet. It's the hearts of people who haven't become prodigies yet.
It's the hearts of the ones who couldn't shake it. Do this subtraction for me. 1751, 1785.
Fuck. 34.
34. Wow, okay. So she marries when she's 33. It's pretty late for then. She has her first boy when she is 34, named Leopoldo, after her
That's
father.
funny. That's
kinda
always fun.
I like that it wasn't Leopold Jr., it's Leopoldo.
Yeah,
I
Leopoldo.
named my kid Zacco.
Zacco.
Zacco!
Zacco Russell.
How we do? Hey,
what's
buddy.
up, guys?
You might want to lock the door next time. Okay.
He always bursts into
That's
walls.
my boy.
That's my boy. I'm Zacco Russell, and that's my boy.
Oh, that's his kid. Who's his kid?
Who? No, that's what you
You're
would say.
Zacco. Oh, I'm Zacco?
No, it's the dad. You go, that's
I
my
would
boy.
never. Oh, that's Zacco. Okay, I'm not Zacco. Fucking idiot.
Fuck, dude. You didn't get it after this long?
I did not get it. You
Okay.
didn't say it right.
That guy was watching us. You know, I caught that guy looking at me in the mirror.
Sure.
He goes, I'm
He was
watching
high,
you.
too.
What?
He was high too.
He was high.
It's kind of fucked up.
I don't think he was checking that, but he was like, I'm watching you. I
And
was
he
like,
may be
"God,
a little
no."
gay, but whatever. Just come.
No, who
just
cares?
come back, pay us money, and watch the show.
No, I don't think you should come back. Okay.
We're talking about a return, like probably 3-time return customer to Freestyle.
No, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. I'd probably edit that out. The kid. So okay, I always do this. In 1785, she had her first kid named Leopoldo. The kid was so sick that she sailed from St. Gilgen, which is where they were living at the time. It's a beautiful island
Great
in
summer
Austria.
island,
Try
St.
to hang out
Gilgen.
there. If you're going through Austria, try to swing by St. Gilgen. They sailed to Salzburg, where she was born, to be in the care of her father and the servants that her father had. So it's not doing that bad. It's a pretty good teacher. Left the son there. She got back to St. Gilgen, sailed back, arrived, opened the door, checked her mail, bill, letter from her father saying that her dad's going to keep the boy, raise him for a few months. Don't worry about it. He's got a little bit of a cough. I'm just going to, change his diaper and be a dad again.
Yeah, very
I'm gonna
strange.
be a dad. A little weird, a little odd. And then, this is the weirdest part, a year passes, the maximum amount of time that a few months could possibly be. After 13, it's like, where's my boy?
Where's my boy?
Where is my boy?
Father, where is my boy?
It sounds like it's her servant.
I wonder how many. Yeah.
Father, the dishes are piling up. Where is my boy?
Where is my boy?
My harpsichord needs some grease. I need my boy.
Do you think he? Well, okay, go ahead.
So she gets another letter. I think I'll keep him. Just going to keep the boy. Boy's not yours. Boy's mine. His name's Leopoldo.
I named him after your son.
I'm enacting eminent domain. That's my boy. Property of me. This continued until the dad died until in 87. So not a crazy amount of time. He had
I
the
think it
kid
was
for
2
like 2
years.
years. But I don't know why you'd want to spend your last years raising a kid.
I think that's what he loved to do most.
That's what he loved to do most. I think that was his gift. I think
And
they had the piani and the harpsichord. The piano, and the harpsichord.
Let me teach you the piano.
Let me teach you the. Whoa, wait. Why are you sitting so far away?
So far away
Scoot a
from
little
the
closer
piano.
on the bench. I think they need to make the bench is a little bit smaller. That way you can be a little closer with your teacher.
I wonder. Well, I think she.
You
I
don't
read-
have anything on the Italian pedophile piano riff?
I think it was a good riff. Hold on. Restart me.
I think we should make the benches a little bit smaller. That way we can touch thighs and maybe synergize in the piano.
My goal is for you to actually be sitting on top of me and you play the keys a little more secure while you're
By
on
the
my
end
lap.
of the session, I will be totally on top of your fingers.
I can put my hands on your fingers.
I put my hands on your fingers.
And you can play like me.
I put my cock between your legs to kind of stabilize you.
Make sure you don't fall off the bench.
It's going to be a rocky wave. This is a romantic piece. It's not a baroque anymore. It's a work I composed myself. Why does it say a come at the end? You'll see. So yeah, the dad dies. What do you think about the dad? What do you think about this whole situation?
I think that the dad. This is what I think. Nannerl is obedient to the dad. She's done
Yes.
everything that she's ever needed to do to the dad. So from going on tour to leaving the tour to marrying a bureaucrat, that father could have been like, "Look, I'm fucking your son in the ass. And I think she would have been like, well wishes, father.
Right.
Whatever you say.
She would have thought it was a joke, actually.
A poop
based
joke.
Based on the jokes that they tell in
Yeah.
the
Oh,
letters.
really? That's the
Yeah.
jokes. Get me on these poop jokes.
I'll give you the poop jokes.
Sound
but
like a little more of sex jokes.
I will. One thing is like, I think you're right. I think the dad's thing was to be a teacher. He loved to teach. So
Yeah.
I'm choosing to view it as less sinister of like, I'm taking your boy. They're not Italian, FYI. I'm just doing
Yeah.
an Italian accent. It's more like women be shopping,
Yep.
Leopold be teaching.
Yep. Leopold.
That's just what he be.
But
you
that's
know?
yeah, it's a good thing.
He's a prodigy
To be taught
factory.
by Leopold before he dies.
It's not bad. He's like giving children hands of the gods and sending them off into the world. It's crazy.
Yeah. Especially if it was a boy. He could be the next Mozart.
You're playing Flight of the Bumblebees before you can shit in the toilet. He's literally changing you. And you're like, brrrr. You're playing Merzerloo.
I call this next one Eruption. Playing Dragon Force on the piano.
He just shits. Not that kind of eruption, sweetheart. We'll get there. All right. I actually, yeah, so I have, that's basically it about Nannerl. I have one more thing about Nannerl, and then I'm going to take a little break, do a little toke. You want a little toke?
No.
No?
I'm gonna get a little too tired. I'm coming out of the tired. I'll splash some water.
Oh, good.
We're
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good. Should make sure you're all good.
Thank you.
Oh. So Nannerl ended up, she lived a pretty long life. She died in like the 1820s. Yeah, I wish that we could hear some of her music. We just unfortunately have to take maybe some of what Mozart composed as like having her having her blood in it. But unfortunately, none of her compositions that she supposedly wrote survives.
Yeah, which is very strange that they kept all the letters, but they burnt all her compositions.
It's weird. Yeah.
Was she the greatest of all time?
Lost in the move.
I feel like she was writing the best music of all time, and they had to burn it. That's what it was, a conspiracy to keep women quiet.
Maybe she
okay?
invented dubstep, and they're like, the world's not ready. Give them another 200 years.
Burn it. Bless you. Bless you.
Jeez, I really had a sneeze coming on. I think that's going to be it. I'm just trying to think of anything that we didn't record that we need to.
Who would you rather be?
Yes, that was it. This is actually harder than it seems. Nannerl lived to be like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
70.
you die? I think.
I want to see when she lived to be. You riff. You talk about
I
it.
think I would have to do Mozart to know what it's like to tour as one of the greatest people to ever do something. It's got to be fun. It's got to be a more fun 35 years than her 50-something years.
I don't know if it was 50. I think it was longer.
Let's see.
78.
Can I get a harpsichord?
78.
Ooh.
78 versus 35.
I'm going to go Mozart. The
Fuck
Wolfgang.
you, dude. Really?
Yeah.
You know what? If my dad raised my kid for me, I have a nice little vacation with the stepchildren. I marry a nice government official. I'm a master pianist. I play that every day. I teach.
You got to take in the simple things in life.
If I was an introvert, it really depends on her demeanor. You know what I mean? If she really liked being at home, that's a great life.
Yeah.
But if she wanted to be a star and die of miliary fever, then she chose wrong.
What is that? What are the symptoms of that fever?
You get a bunch of red
Kidney?
spots. It's like you have like little smaller than corn, like corn kernels, red spots all over your body, and huge fevers, and you're sick, and you're pale, and you're gonna die.
Wow.
So that's what he died of, his miliary fever. I think I might honestly be Nannerl because I might have, through Wolfgang, snuck some of my work into history.
Got it. Yeah, when they're published differently, right?
Yeah, yeah. Wolfgang Amadeus versus Amadeus Wolfgang.
Yeah.
So there's theories out there that she may have penned some of his
Dang,
work.
that's tough, dude. I still want to know what it's like to be like a touring.
I know, but yeah, it's tough because we're us.
I think I got to go Wolfie.
We're us, and that's what we want.
Yeah, I want to go Wolfie.
But I think for most people, you might actually want the life of Nannerl.
Yeah, to
Nice and
enjoy
long.
life.
I mean, you got to give life some
Yeah.
credit. You want to die in 5 years,
I don't.
but you
But
were never,
living life
you were
is
never
like
a child
the Drake.
star.
Yeah.
I could get shot on Degrassi. That sounds tight.
Yeah, that sounds sick, dude.
Is that how he got paralyzed?
Yeah, I think he was shot in the
Fuck
back.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Glad I got that. Guys, I think that's going to do it. I think we got to go to bed.
Sorry, I'm trying.
No. I think it's it. I mean, I think we did it. Charles, I'm gonna ask you one final challenge. Now that the hot sauce is flowing through your veins, now that you're on number 10, you've finished the gauntlets of wings. What do you have to say to the people? What are you trying to get out there? What kind of plugs? Where can they find you on social media? Tell the people where it's at.
You can find me on all my social medias at Charles_Engel. That's ENGLE. You can find us live in New York City every Tuesday and every Friday at Freestyle Comedy Show Instagram. Come and see us. Come to a show. We offer free foods and drinks. Zach, let me ask you one question. Now that you've muscled your way through the podcast and gotten through this episode, where can I find you, man?
You can find me at Zach Russell Comedy, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You know the name.
You know the name. It's Zach Russell Comedy. EESSLL.
Russell _Mania on Twitter. Thank you guys for listening. We're also going to put this outro at the end of the regular episode. So if you listen to the outro for the Patreon, it's going to be the exact same. So I hope
we don't cook up new outros for the Patreon and the
I
regular
hope you
episode.
appreciate
A lot of letters are coming in.
the work and the dedication. Charles and I got to write some scat poetry to bookers because we're trying to tour this pod live. If you want to see us live, hit us up. Let us know. We got an offer to do a live podcast. Hey, we could. We legitimately
totally
could
do
down
it.
there.
Yeah.
That would actually be a good spot to do it.
It
Everyone
would be a good
smokes.
spot. Yeah, go get
That could
20.
actually be super fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. We should
I know
do
in
it.
front of Luis, our default is shut it down.
No,
but
it's a good idea. No, he just wants to have
He has good ideas, but I
yeah.
can tell every time he says something, he's like, it'll be good.
I know.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. And
It's a
you're
little too
internally
much.
shaking
When he
your
talked
head.
to you today, I want to be like, hey, man, chill the fuck out.
I wish you would have punched him for me, bro.
I know. I kind of felt weird just standing by. I was
No,
like,
it's all
hey,
good.
man, fuck you.
I stood up for myself.
Yeah,
too.
you did.
It's all good. Also, we love
Okay.
Luis.
Luis is a great guy.
Luis is the best. It's just like initially we were like, what's going on? But he is a legit businessman who has good ideas.
He is.
I think he just is so high energy. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, are you real or are you just on coke? Like,
Right.
And then you're like, oh, no, the
Turns out
money.
it's both.
Yeah.
And it works. It works
does
for
work.
him. So thanks for listening to the pod, guys. Have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're listening. Follow us for more shit. We're going to be putting out more content until I have to do this silly TV show, which maybe we can do some phone call sneaky
Yeah, I
recordings
think
from.
so.
And until then, namaste.
Namaste. And Nannerl.
Nannerl.
You've been
Long
brought
live
into the light.
Nannerl. You brought into the light, Nannerl. Give me a clean that. Give me a clean.
Nannerl, you have been brought into the light.
Ka-chow.
What's up, everybody? This is Charles. That's the episode for this week, but we did an entire hour's worth of content for the Patreon. We talked things like Wolfgang's wife, his obsession with poop. We throw in a little freestyle rap for y'all. Here's a little sneak peek.
Wolfgang Mozart was a modern man in two respects. He lived with his wife before they married, and this guy ate ass. Oh, yeah. At least he wrote about it a lot. And you have to imagine that if you're going to mention shit or ass eating, ass pumping, ass shitting 39 times in letters you send to your family, you're going to be into the asshole.
You're going to be eating ass.
You're going to be diving into that peach almost daily.
Yep.
He loved shit jokes. Two Girls, One Cup would have been his Borat. You know what I mean? He would have thought it was...
Maybe it was part of the mental illness.
No, I mean, that's that. Okay. This really makes me mad, actually. I don't know if, and maybe he was a shit-loving weirdo, and this is a weird pathology that he has that is bad. But from what I read about Mozart, it's a lot of jokes. It's just jokes. So he's like joking about shit. I'll read you the letter, and then we can discuss like different people's criticism of it. I'm just going to read you the full letter. It's going to be more impactful. This is a letter that he wrote to his cousin, Marie Anne. I now wish you a good night. Shit in your bed with all your might. Sleep with peace on your mind and try to kiss your own behind. I now go off to Never Never Land and sleep as much as I can stand. Tomorrow we'll speak freely, sensibly with each other. Oh, my ass burns with fire. What on earth is the meaning of this? Maybe Muck wants to come out? Yes, Muck. I know you, see you, taste you. And what's this? Is it possible? Ye gods! Oh, ear of mine, are you deceiving me? No, it's true. What a long and melancholic sound. Today is the right I fifth this letter. You know what that means? Yesterday I talked with the stern Frau Schurfstursten. Stursten. You know about Frau Stursten? A very notable figure in history. And tomorrow on the 6th, I will give a performance in Frau Stursten's chambers, as the first Sturster said to me herself.
I am here to say frustration.
Are you sure he's supposed to be here? Oh, for sure.
For sure. Were you recently in a car accident?
For
Call
sure.
for Stur and Associates.
Call Winnet. Call for sure and sure.
We'll be there.
So
We'll be there for sure, for sure.
It's so stupid.
This commercial was for sure, by Fisher Shepherd. Bird and the Nerf. I will be there. For sure, for sure.
This guy talks about shit so much in his letters. Like, what are these lines? By the love of my skin, I shit on your nose so it runs down your chin.
I think he's just having a good time.
He's having a good time.
Yeah.
These are fun jokes.
They're fun. Who's gonna He's basically being like, I'm gonna shit on your chinny chin chin.
Yeah.
It's just a cute
He's
little
literally
poem.
rhyming. One of his letters, he starts like this. So sorry to hear that Air Abet Salete has had another...